Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to my first Dead Man Mode progress kind of video. So this is not going to be a live commentary at all. It's actually all going to be recorded over, so forgive me if it's not very good. I've never really done recording or voiceovers like this, I guess, but hopefully it will be, I don't know, I'm going to try and make it. So we'll see how it goes. So what I basically did, I'm just going to kind of talk you all through what I did so far in my first pretty much 24 hours. And what I want to do a little bit going into the future here, probably I want to, play a little longer this season. So hopefully I will have, like a few days of playing. But pretty much I just started off and I wanted to do a range route with a little bit of mage for telly. So I went and got my 10k. However, I didn't record that because I just totally forgot. And I tried to do it on like 3 accounts. But two of them, one of them I forgot to get an authenticator and I didn't feel like setting it up. And then another one I died. And then one of the accounts I made it out with the 10k. So I only had 10k, even though I could have had 30, which would have been pretty sick. But yeah, I only had 10k. So I just went and spent that on a bunch of range stuff pretty much. And I tried to train my range early with like the crossbow and bronze bolts, which was super cheap. But it was pretty slow. But yeah, we made a bit of progress. And I managed to get some levels. And at the same time, I had some friends who were training fishing and cooking. And another one who was training thieving. And I've pretty much just been working with like 3 other friends, and we've been not questing. We've been skilling or PKing, and I've mostly been doing Slayer, and they've been doing more of like the money making skills and stuff like that. And hopefully in the end we'll all be able to just PK together. But yeah, we've been working together, and they've helped me out, and they've given me like some food and stuff to start out, which was really helpful. And from there, I pretty much just started training. Early on, I didn't really do any PKing. I looked around for some skulls, which I did find one in Deep Wilderness, which was pretty cool. I was able to kill him. But other than that, I really tried to train. Like where I got attacked at Moss Giants, there was a lot of small teams PKing, but it wasn't very hard to tank, especially because early on having salmon, like in the first few hours, was really beneficial. My friend was able to give me some salmon, which was way better than like cakes and stuff because of how much you can heal at one time. So luckily I was able to escape the first team that I really came across. But yeah, that was pretty fun. So since my friends were, helping me get money and they were helping me get food and stuff, I figured, I'm just going to start training Slayer and stuff. So I managed to get a pretty good range level pretty early on, which was awesome. I got to like 51 range or something from my first task, which was, that's pretty high considering I was only like, a few hours into the game. And sadly, I didn't really make much money from Slayer, but I was able to get money from them. So I really wasn't worried about having to pay for arrows and things like that. But as I was kind of walking around, I did find a few more people who were skulled. I found one in Catherby because my friend was fishing there. So every time, the people would go to kill the people who are fishing, he'd let me know. He'd be like, yo, if you want to come kill them, you can. And actually, I managed to get a pretty big PK, which was pretty sick. A guy had 5 keys on him. So when I made it there, he accidentally took 1 step into the safe zone. And as far as I'm aware, I don't really know 100% how it works, but basically he couldn't move or teleport, so he took 1 step in and then he got frozen outside, so he just was stuck there. And luckily I was able to get on him. So he had 5 keys, and I think I was a higher level or like a very similar level, and I had good food, so I pretty much was like bound to win because he couldn't escape. He probably could have escaped if because he had a lot more run energy than me, and he had energy potions, so if he hadn't been frozen he probably would have escaped. But luckily he took that 1 extra step and kind of screwed himself over there. But yeah, that was a good source of money for me. That's how I've paid for a decent amount of stuff. At this point I had like green d'hide and things like that. And yeah, but we did get some pretty good stuff in the keys, which is awesome. Pretty much from this point until where I am now, I just continued training Slayer. I also went to Green Dragons and got 40 prayer, so that actually did take a while. But other than that, I've just trained Slayer through range, and I'm up to like 68 range I think now, which is pretty awesome. I'm getting close to 70, and I'll hopefully be able to afford black d'hide. But I also made an investment in prayer pots last night. I tried to buy them for like 2.5k, and then I wanted to sell them today, so hopefully they'll go up a little bit and I'll be able to make a little bit of money on that. I was hoping that everybody's going to get 43 pray overnight and then everybody would want prayer pots, but I don't know if that's really going to turn out. But if I can sell them, then hopefully I will be able to afford maybe some rune armor and some black d'hide, which would be pretty sick. But yeah, that's pretty much where I am now. I have a decent bit of money, and I have 70 range almost, and 40 defense, and I think I'm up to 53 Slayer. So hopefully I can keep training that, and we'll be able to get to, like a Slayer level that makes pretty good money, like gargoyles and things like that. So for like in the future, pretty much all I want to do now is I just want to continue with Slayer. I definitely want to keep doing Slayer, but I've kind of noticed that I need to be 85 combat for Neve, and I don't think I'm going to do that through range only. So I think I'm going to have to start training melee, sadly. I didn't really want to, but I do think I'm going to have to if I want to use Neve, because I don't want to use Vanica all the time, and I guess I could use Cheldar. Lost City wouldn't take very long to do, but I don't know. I think Neve would be very beneficial, so I think I might start doing melee. I'll probably just, do Lost City, get a DDS and AFK, like Slayer or something with a DDS. That probably wouldn't be too bad. And I really wouldn't have to do too many quests for that. But besides Lost City, I don't see myself really doing many quests. I might go get an Ava's, but I don't know. It's very, like, it's tempting, but at the same time, every time I think about it, I'm like, but I could just train Slayer instead. So I don't know if I really want to. But yeah, I definitely want to continue PKing if I can. I have not actually, like, skull PK'd yet. All I've done is just kill people who are already skulled, which has been pretty fun and pretty profitable. So maybe skull hunting is really what I'll stick to while I'm kind of low stats, especially with low mage. But hopefully I will be able to get my mage up and some strength and with a DDS, and then I might be able to skull maybe like in the next few days. That would be pretty fun. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at so far in Deadman mode. You all should let me know how you all are doing. If you are playing Deadman mode, feel free to join my CC or my Discord that's down in the description if you want to come hang out. I don't know how much PKing we'll do as a group, but it's possible. If we get enough people, we could go PKing in multi or something like that. But yeah, I hope you all did enjoy this little progress, and hopefully there will be another one out either tomorrow or in a few days.